Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a tarot reading for 17 member Mingyu. So this is going to be like my first approach to actually trying to read for all the 17 members and probably also for the group. But I first want to see how this video goes, if I can reach to as much fans as possible, because I would like actually my interpretations to get to people that are really interested. It's not about the views. I just don't care about the amount of views. I just want this kind of content to get to people that really can get some learning, some kind of other point of view, some kind of teaching from this. This is, I always want people to evolve, to grow, to find new ways and new tools in themselves to grow. And if K-pop idols or your favorite K-pop groups actually allows you and also gives you this sense of happiness, I hope I can bring much information through the tarot so you can see them in another light, and at the same time so you can relate yourself with whatever situation that they go through, because they are not very different from what we are, except that they have a different responsibility and a different kind of role in society. But nevertheless, they are still human, and they are still young people that are struggling with the same issues that we once did at their age. So let's start with Mingyu. Actually, I was thinking, and I wanted to share this with you, and I would appreciate if someone can give me some kind of feedback if you're what you think about this idea, because I wanted to do some kind of podcast, to be able to maybe collect some questions that probably fans have and want me to do like a brief reading on a subject, to pull one or two cards for a question, for example, and to be able to address those subjects, and to also have some kind of variety and not always be like expending like 40 minutes talking about the same person. Maybe I can bring a bit more of variety, and probably a podcast would be a great idea for actually being able to address this and also have more time to develop this interpretation. So let me know what you think about it. If you would like this format, I would try my best to actually include it in my work. So let's start with Mingyu. I was looking a bit at his spirit chart, and he is an Aries with a moon in Pisces. I believe his Mercury is in Taurus, and his Venus is in Aries as well. And his Mars is in Virgo, so he's very interesting, his personality. So let's see the archetypes that he got. He got the archetype of the monk, that this is right away is talking to me about this Mars in Virgo of his, companion, and victim. So this, I think that this also has to do with because companion sometimes, and also a bit of this victim archetype, it can be talking about his moon in Pisces, because it's sometimes it's hard to integrate Pisces energy when you are in Aries, because Aries are very, it's an energy that it's all about action, it's all about reaction, it's all about starting things, it's about getting things done, it's about getting into action. And Pisces is an energy that sometimes can inspire you to be elusive a bit, and to have your mind probably elsewhere, and to be a bit maybe a bit of a psychic as well, a bit like very sensitive for this mundane world. Probably you are like more of a dreamer, your point of view is a bit like almost like you are in this land of fantasies that sometimes maybe it can make you look a bit like you are not paying attention or that you are not present in the moment. But actually, I think that that being an Aries, and being, I have a lot of friends and family members that are Aries. My dad is an Aries. My mom was a moon in Aries. So I've always was able to catch and also learn from this energy that it's not much about fancy words and these gentle gestures. Is more about go to the world and make it work. And if you just have doubts about yourself, just go, just do it. Don't think about it, don't overthink it, just go and do it. Be present in the world with your actions. Put the effort, put the body, put the strength, put the willpower, and then after you're done, maybe you have a moment of reflection, but Aries just is action orientated. They don't think, they just act. So probably for him to have this very fiery energy and very passionate energy, and at the same time being a bit of emotional and a bit sensitive to other people's energy as well, can be a bit confusing for the developing of his self, and let's not forget that he is in the public view, that he is an artist, that he's a celebrity. So when you are that sensitive, actually when you are part of this industry that actually is more interested in how you look than actually what you think or what you feel. So for him to actually find a center and to find his real self, he will have to dedicate a lot of himself to do some soul searching in himself. So if we start with the archetype of the monk, definitely this is what it's telling me, is that probably he's very devoted. He's someone that is very simple. He's not very ostentatious about life. I think that he just wants to serve. He's very he wants to be of help to others. He wants to be of service to others, and at the same time, he is very devoted to this. And also the archetype of the monk. It's also talks about how you sometimes like to be alone, and probably that you have this kind of desire to reclude yourself, sometimes to be by yourself or to be on your own, and that you have these moments where you want to do some introspection. So probably this, what it's telling me is that I don't know how he behaves on camera, but probably his image is of this very energetic and it's very passionate person, but actually behind the scenes he has this kind of hermit, this kind of monk mentality, where actually he's not selfish, he doesn't think about himself, he's not egotistic. Actually, he's on the contrary, he's very very helpful. He wants to help people. He thinks about others, about himself, and he's not very of higher demands. Actually, he's very simple. He's not very but I think that probably his image or the concept or the style that was given to him. I'm sorry. Is of someone that actually is very straightforward, very Aries, but actually inside of him, in his inner world, there's this side of him that actually maybe he's an introvert, or there's a bit of shyness in his nature. And then with the companion and the victim, definitely maybe yes, he does like to spend time on his own, or maybe it's not that he wants to be left alone. Probably he has a few people that he trusts, and he wants to spend time with those people that are closer to him, these people that he considers actually friends. Because this is and also the card of the companion, it means that even though he has these moments where he wants solitude, at the same time he wants to share with people, And also, not because he feels lonely himself, it's because he wants to accompany people. He wants to be there for people. He wants to, and probably he's a very good companion. And I think that he can be really sweet. And I think that he is someone that, because next to the other archetype, that it's the victim, probably he had felt in some point a victim of his circumstances. And probably he had been moments of where he felt like he wasn't appreciated enough. And I don't mean it like in a way of how the industry treats him. Maybe in his personal life he had been going through moments where he felt left out, or that people that were really important to him didn't pay much attention to him. So he's still in this victim mode. And at the same time, it's not that he plays the victim card. It's just that this experience allows him to be empathic with people that actually are going through a rough time. So he can be a good companion to these people that probably are going through hardships or a very tough moment. So probably he's that very kind friend that doesn't know how to comfort you, but he's just there next to you anyway, like supporting you silently, or making a joke or making you laugh so you can get out of that very dark moment that you are that you are like immersed in. So let's go with the tarot cards that he got. He got the Chariot, the High Priestess, the Five of Swords in reverse, the Nine of Swords, Four of Wands, the Lovers, the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hangman. Yes, it wouldn't be a Moon in Pisces reading if the Hangman wouldn't be here. The Hangman is also a representation of Pisces energy a bit. It has a bit of elements of Pisces, so him being a Moon in Pisces, it makes sense. So let's start with the first road. Actually, I think that he is someone that he is moving. He's always, like I said, because he is an Aries sun, he's always very voluntarious. He's always on the move. It's like no matter if he doesn't have anything to do or if he doesn't know exactly what his motive or his goal, he's always on the move. So probably if he doesn't have much activities to do, he probably will always find something to do, because I see him like he needs to work on himself. And at the same time here with the High Priestess, I think that he is definitely realizing that he is very emotional and that he needs to take care of this side of himself. There's something about his inner past struggles that now he is realizing that he had been very secretive about it. And probably he's thinking about talking to someone about this, because maybe he's having nightmares or he had been going through moments of feeling really pressured and stressed. So I think that here with the Chariot and the High Priestess definitely is telling me that he's looking a solution for this. And probably because the High Priestess is here, that the High Priestess means about the things that are the occult, the things that are hidden from us, that veil that hides everything. Probably if he is, I don't know, going to some kind of therapy or doing some kind of therapeutic activity to heal himself, he's doing it in a very private way. So the good part is that I'm seeing him taking action, like he is working on himself, or at least this is what he wants to do, because he had been realizing that actually there had been moments where he just couldn't concentrate, or he was very nervous, that it affected his sleep. I think that what I love is that he doesn't see himself as a victim of anything, but at the same time he realizes that there are some thoughts, some perceptions of his that actually are still lingering in his mind and affecting him somehow. So he needs to talk about it, or at least he needs to do something about it. He feels very responsible of himself. And I think that he is starting to connect more with his intuition and about learning how to handle, because when you are very empathic or when you are very spiritual, sometimes you do need to find some kind of where to put it, where to invest this energy so it can work as a tool, so it can work to your benefit and not on the contrary. For example, in my case, I had always been very empathic and also very, because I have a moon in Scorpio, so I always was able to catch on people's pains, other people's traumas, and I felt it very close to my soul, and I wanted to be there for these people. And that, when I was younger, that led me to situations where I would also very soon associate with people that would take advantage of me, especially in romantic relationships. I would always go for the guy with the tough past, with a broken home, and the guy with a lot of traumas, and I would feel really sorry, and I would bond with that person, not because of love, but because I was empathic toward his pain and a bit attractive. So then I realized that no, if you are really good at being empathic and at being intuitive, put it to work, but don't let these attributes let people get away with things just because you care about them. So I was like, okay, I studied to be a counselor. I always been working with tarot, so I was like, okay, I will put my intuition and my empathy in order to be of service to others, but I will not be someone's doormat, in the sense that you can be empathic to your partner, to your lover, or to your mother or father or family, but you cannot fix their traumas, because most of these people that sometimes you associate with, they sometimes are so immersed in their own issues that they don't want the way out. They just want to be a victim forever. So when you are this sensitive, especially when you have a moon in water, or moon in Pisces, or you are a Pisces, or you are a Scorpio or a Cancer, sometimes you need to make these attributes of you that of course would be of help to others, but make it work, put it to service and get paid for this. But don't include them for free in a relationship where you can get associated, or you can get very close and attached to people that have a lot of trauma, and that they will drag you down with them because they feel comfortable having someone that listens to their trouble, to their problems, But maybe some of these people are not interested in getting better or in getting well. So it ends like being like traumatic for you, that you have a partner that doesn't want to change, or that takes advantage of your ability to understand them, and actually I don't know, like takes advantage of your trust and lies to you and uses you. It's draining. It's tiring. It's exhausting to be this sensitive. So this is why you need to master it and put it and use it like a job. Like a tool, but don't give it away for free. This is what I wanted to say. Then we have the Four of Wands and the Lovers and the Hierophant. And this is telling me that he's actually like really happy. There's something about the company where he is, that he is, I don't know if 17 is going to have like some kind of comeback, because they will be celebrating a lot, and he will feel he's actually someone very wanted. He's very popular in the eyes of the company. I think that they definitely make a lot of business with his image, or he just has a good relationship with them. There's no stress in work for him. Actually, he feels very well received. He feels, and probably there's someone like some higher ups or someone influential that actually is very fond of him, that probably these people are like, will always find a way to, even though if maybe 17 is not like releasing something new, probably they will find like new activities for him. So since I'm reading for him, this is what I'm catching. And then with the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, definitely it's telling me that there will be like a moment where the Wheel of Fortune will start to spin and things will start to move. But I think that he wants to try something different. He wants to learn some kind of new skill or perfectionate, like maybe going into a field that he hasn't experienced before. And he wants to study this. He wants to become a student. He wants to study it. He wants to perfectionate it. And I think that he wants to add more skills to himself. He wants to be an apprentice. He wants to, because I think that even though he is very satisfied with his life, he sometimes gets bored. He gets bored. This is why maybe his energy sometimes can be a bit elusive, because he gets bored. He needs new projects. He needs new ideas. He needs to meet with new people. So here with the Hangman, definitely I think that also being able to study something new and to go in a different field will allow him to see things from other perspective. I think that he will reach this moment of enlightenment about himself and his life. And probably he will find his life purpose. There's something he wants to study that I think he's going to make it, and his luck is going to change for the better. So guys, if you are a fan of him, I would appreciate, please give me some feedback, because I don't know much about 17. And if you want to keep recommending me other members to read for, I would appreciate your advice. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Bye.